All right. We got some. We got a lot of stuff going on. Uh-oh. It's gonna load. There we go. All right, perfect. All right. Let's start up over here. Let me grab my link. Let's do Bob YouTube. And then let me get my link. Turn the volume down real quick. Boom. And then let's add everyone real quick. At Dreamer. New CPI data and AMC insiders selling. Boom. Alright, bet. So we got some AMC insiders selling the stock, which is not good to see. Let's go ahead and get the Barron's article out here. So you got the AMC, and for some reason this one like isn't going properly. Let's see how it's gonna go, right? Okay, so let's drag this here. Let's go back one, and here we have continue reading. All right, let's see what they have to talk about with AMC over here. So we've got AMC holding insiders, including longtime Hollywood producer, found it a worthy time to sell the stock. Howard sold 14,277 AMC. Wow. On June 7th for $790,000. Okay, and now the AMC director only owns 31,000. So he basically sold like 30-something% of his AMC shares for a really high price. Like he sold at $55.34. If we look at AMC, I mean, we are now actually trading lower than that $55.34 mark. So he basically sold. He didn't sell the exact top. He probably sold like down 25% from the top, but I mean, he is up probably couple thousand percent from where he actually got those shares. And then we have the chief human resource officer who sold even more shares. She sold 40,000, which is insane, for $2.5 million, and she sold at $62. So a significantly higher price than the executive producer, I guess. And then we have a former ambassador to China and Washington State sold 34,000 for 1.7 million. So people are selling this thing, and I didn't know. I don't think the AMC kind of staff believe that they're going to be able to keep their price movement, or I guess they're not going to be able to keep the stock price up to where it is. So they're just trying to, I guess, sell and take profit, because most of these guys, dude, most of them probably got in or have been holding since way before last year and way before early this year. So they found it, I guess, probably the best time to sell. I mean, look, some of those guys, I think it was the executive director or something. I mean, she is up 2,300%. So basically, if she had 1,000, that'd be worth like 23,000 now. So they made a significant fat profit off of all of the sellers, the short sellers being squeezed, and then all of the, I guess, regular retailers buying as well. So I mean, huge movements in AMC, and this thing has just been falling recently too. From yesterday, we dropped 10%, and then in the pre-market, I mean, we're probably down another like 2%. So we need to see if we start bouncing off some of these like critical levels. Yes, we kind of fell in yesterday's after hours a bit to the $45 mark, like the bare $45 mark, and then we started bouncing up a bit. So we have to see if this holds, or if we fall to something like $41, $37, and then, you know, once we break that, we can probably see like falls maybe down to the 20s, which hopefully won't happen, but we'll really just have to see. We also got some really interesting CPI information over here. So let's take a look at this right here. So we've got stock market live news, stock futures mixed after inflation data comes in hotter than expected. And let's see, so digested a key print on inflation, which showed CPI rose faster than expected on demand surge during the recovery, right? And then here we had the treasury yields also moved up, but I think the main important thing to mention was the 7% rise in inflation in used car markets. So basically, if you had like a car last month, if you were to sell it this month, you'd basically sell it for like 7% more basically. And that's because the used car market is rising pretty like extreme. And it was talked about on, I think it was CNBC, that the reason why is that a lot of the used car companies, like your Carvanas, like your Hertz, those kind of companies that like you can rent cars from. I don't really know how many car rental companies there are actually. I just know one of them is like Car. Yeah, Avis Budget Corp. A lot of these companies actually sold most of their used cars last year because they didn't want to just leave them on lots, and now they're actually buying back all of their used cars. So what this means is that, you know, the used car market is basically being bought out essentially by a lot of different different companies and not just individuals. So like, look at this. Let's go to CPI, maybe CPI, and see if it'll pop up. Nope, that'll take us to something random. All right, I want to see the CPI data. Actually, you can probably find it here. CPI data. All right, there we go. Load up. And then we've got the latest numbers. So energy went up 28%. Holy crap. And May 2020. So let's look at this. We've got the consumer price index. And let's do the consumer price index summary. Actually, no, we don't want the summary. We want the expenditure category. I think that's probably the most important. Expenditure category, right? And then here we go. So we have the rising here. So look at this. Used cars and trucks in May 20 to May 2021, unadjusted percent change was 29%. Dude, that's insane. And then obviously the April to 2021 was 6.5%. So it's not the worst, but it is super duper high. I mean, especially compared to everything else. You know, that is extremely high. March 2021 to April 2021 was 10%, and then April 2021 to was 7.3%. So this is really the one that we're looking at, the 7.3% over here. And then we've had, you know, all items also go up overall 0.6%, so a little bit lower than where we were at the months prior, but it is still like, I guess they're calling it more of a transitory sort of sense of inflation over there, which is great because that means that it hopefully shouldn't last super long. But we have a food going up 0.4%. The most really surprising one, I think, other than used cars, was probably meat, poultry, fish, and eggs, because I don't really see why this would be up, you know, 1.3%, especially since I imagine there is like a lot of farms still being used. Although this could have to do with like the pipeline, how a lot of these farms didn't have enough fuel. And then we have this one, for example. We have new vehicles, and I'm guessing, I mean, used vehicles, all of these are pretty much highly dependent on the chip markets. So for example, if the chips, if we're not having enough semiconductors basically be put into new cars, then obviously new cars do get more expensive, right? So that's basically it. And then we have airline fares, not as bad as, of course, the unadjusted, but this was again up 7%, and I think that's just due to a lot of people starting to fly again and, you know, go on vacation and go back to work and things of that nature. All right, let's take a look at the charts. We had AMC bounce right off pretty nicely at the 45 mark, and then we have it starting to go back up a bit. We've got GameStop pretty much get obliterated after their earnings. Now, how did GameStop's earnings do? Let's actually check that out. I didn't really get the chance to look at it last night, but I want to see how good did they do. So they fell 17 points, or 5.64 after hours yesterday, and GameStop taps over Amazon veterans. Okay, so really this was the probably most important thing. We had GameStop appointed 2 Amazon veterans to serve as the new company's chief CEO and CFO. So they're getting Amazon big boys to basically help them out. It tapped their current CEO, and then they're basically saying that they're refreshed abroad. The board's focus on building a technology company and investing in growth. And I think this has to do with the NFT.GameStop thing that we saw earlier, which is pretty awesome. They're trying to, like, become an NFT company or some sort of like crypto company. From what I can see, they're not really trying to obviously sell games anymore. For GameStop's first fiscal first quarter, sales grew by an expected 25% to 1.28 billion. Wow. So they are making more money, I guess. Like, that's not bad. I guess it's just more people finding out about GameStop, and more people, literally like investors who are making a lot of money on GameStop, just trying to go and buy GameStop like stuff. Like, they're trying to buy games, they're trying to buy PS5s and things of like that. And then losses now to 45 cents per share, excluding some items, compared to losses of $1.61. So wow, EPS was actually pretty good. And then look at the stock, dude. That is just so high. It's back at 300. Holy. And then the story continues. GameStop sales top estimate, losses narrow more than expected as company taps new executives. So Q1 revenue was 1.28 billion versus 1.17 billion. So they beat expectations, and they beat the year over year, and their adjusted net loss was a lot better. So it's kind of surprising to see that they actually still fell, this significantly. Consider, they did have good earnings, and they did hire some new Amazon people. But when a stock is pretty much as overvalued as GME, you can't really expect it to pump on like a major, on I guess like a decent beat, not even really major, like 45% beat. Yeah, I mean, this thing is like insanely high compared to its last earnings. Let's see, the last earnings were in was in April. Yeah, the last earnings was in April. And since then, when that fell, we are currently up another 142%. So it's totally not justified. So I'm guessing that's why we had that 5% dip. Now, I would have expected it to fall a lot more personally, because like, I guess if they hadn't beaten, it would have probably fallen down to maybe the 220s, maybe even like the high 180s, maybe 190s. But that's pretty much it for GME. I mean, we've got US CPI data basically pushing up the GBP against the USD. Just shows how strong the Great Britain pound is right now. I mean, look at this auto adjusted. I mean, GBP is pushing back with a vengeance. We had a huge fall during coronavirus, but I mean, we're pushing. Obviously, we're not as high as we were, a couple years ago, but the dollar is looking not as strong as it once was during Corona. The dollar is not extremely strong anymore. Well, it is, but not to the point where like, we can say that it's like the super strong thing that it was beforehand. But anyway, let's go and let's take a look at like some other good stocks. So we've got SPY, my second favorite ETF after probably QQQ. We've got SPY basically hanging out near all-time highs. It's been trying to break this for quite a while now. Look at this. We've got a hit here at the top. We've got one hit, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6 different times where SPY has tried to broke that all-time high, and it just hasn't. Like we're so close to breaking it. We need to get to probably like 420, 424ish, and then I'd probably say like, okay, now we're probably breaking out. But yeah, it's been trying, but it's been struggling a bit. We do have this kind of ascending triangle where we have the top up here, and then we have this triangle being kind of formed similar to this, but it's not that accurate, and I don't exactly think we can really base anything off of this kind of momentum. And if anything, this will either break up or we'll probably have a little fall on the downside. But it is trying to break this all-time high, and to be quite frank, unless the Fed stops dumping all of their money into the markets, we'll probably see this thing continue push up. Yo, what's up, Animal? Morning, how are you? Glad to see you here. I didn't get to stream for the last couple days. I don't know, just wasn't really feeling it. But woke up today, took some medicine, and my cough is getting better. So yeah, we're back again here today. We've got Q, obviously struggling to push. It is holding this line that it started pushing against. We had obviously the little fall in May where we pushed up, and if you'd have probably gotten calls there, you could have made like you could have been up pretty decently, 7% or 6.8 to 7% ish on your calls, and then you could have done well. You sold your AMC at 58 for the last time you streamed? Really? That's good. 58, yeah. How is AMC shortening? Oh, it's doing great, dude. Theta Gang is completely winning. I mean, this thing is not going to 110 by next month, so I am completely chilling here. I'm not worried at all. We've got some Q, just, like I said just now, it is following the line, but, if this thing doesn't go and break out to, like, a new all-time high, we're probably going to fall back down maybe to, like, 329, 328, kind of around that area. So we'll really just have to see, right? We'll just kind of have to see how it goes. Stop being bear. I'm not being bear. I'm just, I just know it's not gonna hit 110 within the next month. I moved my gains into AEMD. What is that? AMD? What the hell, bro? Dude, what price did you buy this at? Holy crap. Dude, tell me you bought it $2. Don't tell me you bought it like 9 or 18. Please don't tell me you bought this at like a super insane price. I genuinely don't know how you find this. This is nuts. What is this? A special dividend? Oh my god, and they split again. Uh-oh. You're crazy for buying this one, dude. You're crazy. That's nuts to buy like a random company like this. I'm surprised that it didn't just completely dump. GME to the moon. Nah, GME insiders are selling. And then the company kind of beat earnings yesterday, but it's nothing crazy. My average is 9.15. Look at the noise it had. Look at the news it had. Sorry. AEMD. Dude, you're like about to get stopped out if this thing doesn't pump like crazy. Let's check it out though. AEMD. Alathon Media or Athleon Media. I think it's Athlon Media. Athlon Medical, not Media. Yeah, down 10% in the after hours. They announced 12.425 million registered direct offering. How is this good? This is not good. First ever in vivo removal of COVID-19 virus from bloodstream. What? Shift from loss to profit. Okay, well, these are profitable now. Yeah, buying the dip. The COVID news. Yeah, but like, dude, COVID is basically over. Like COVID-19, right? Like, how many new cases are there actually? So, I guess where I live, there's not that many. Let's do COVID-19 USA. I mean, it's got to be like on the decline. Like, look at this, dude. Hold on, let me get out of dark mode. I mean, we're like the lowest that we've ever been. 15,000 new cases. I mean, this is lower than here. This is lower than here. We are literally at like the lowest point that we've ever been at for COVID. And yeah, 6,000 new cases is, I mean, we had a couple more, 22,000, but still, like, this is basically to the point where COVID just started. I don't know. I don't know how that's like such a good play though. Like, yeah, it's up, but then they also announced, oh wow, this is 13 minutes ago. So they just announced a definitive agreement with a single institutional investor offering 1.3 million shares of common stock at a purchase price of $9. Dude, those guys got scammed. 12.425 million. Yeah, those guys just got scammed, dude. This thing is, I don't know. I don't think this thing's going back to $18 anytime soon. But the COVID news, it's rising as we speak. Yeah, but like more people are getting the vaccine, and I don't think it is as bad anymore. Like, genuinely, like I live in a really big city, and I don't see everything going crazy anymore. Like, I see people going out without masks. Like, they're going to a restaurant with masks. Like, I feel like most of it is genuinely over. We got Palantir going up. Palantir going up is obviously really nice. In the after hours, although it did fall yesterday, it really needs to hold this line. If it can hold this line, then obviously we'll see like 25 again, which hopefully is something coming up. Now I want to see like Tesla. How's Tesla been doing? Is Tesla still within the triangle? It is. So we had that, high up there. We had the bounce. We had like a secondary bounce. Then we hit another high, and then we fell a bit. Palantir burning last night. Oh, Palantir brewing last night. Yeah, it was brewing a bit. And then I guess, we are still kind of in this like little weird range between 626 and about 579. So honestly, we could see this be a push day for Tesla. I think today could be a push day, where we push back up to maybe 626 or something. I wouldn't say it's a buy yet, but maybe if we could touch 546 on like a dump day, I think that would be a really great time to pick up calls. I'm still not going to obviously enter in a new position for it because I don't want to trade like within the range. I either want to trade once it's fully broken out, so like maybe at the 715 mark. I don't mind missing $100 or so. I'd rather like not die to theta. So I'd rather either see it fall down to 550 or go up to like 685, maybe like 660 before I end up getting some calls on it. What are you watching today? Just probably Tesla. I'm watching GBP USD. Your regular ETF, SPY, QQQ, probably TQQ, Palantir. That's one that I'm gonna be watching. And then AMD, I think, is one. AMD and probably Nvidia. Cause I've been holding AMD stock for quite a while, and Nvidia had this really nice pop for the last couple days. Like this thing has just been basically a straight line going up. And then of course you've got AMD, which has kind of been going up, but they've also fallen significantly as well. But it is just continuously trading in this trading range of like for the last year, $81, and now it's $80 over here. I mean, this was almost literally a year ago, about 2 months off of a year. So we got to just continuously keep watching this thing and see if we can get some good pre-market action. Like it is up a bit from the close, but it also fell quite a bit, straight from the open. I started drawing trend lines on my Webull charts. Yeah, drawing it is a very useful. I don't know. I prefer TradingView over Webull though. Although, I think I might actually switch over to Webull sometimes. Like get the actual app on my PC, just so I can go to like the volumes and see like top trending stocks over here. Because obviously with TradingView they don't really have a thing that like lets you see, super like top trending stocks. I just have like a couple ones on my personal list that I like to look at. Whoa, Micron is down bad. What happened to Micron? Wait, why has this thing been dropping like crazy? Hold on. Is Micron like close to a buy? It is at a pretty strong support. Hold on, wait. Let's go to MU. I'm actually pretty genuinely interested in this. Micron is down 2%. 10 best upside stocks to buy right now. 6 microchip stocks to buy. Micron surviving strains of semiconductor shortage. Why Micron stock fell on Tuesday. All right, let's read this. Maybe this will give us a little bit more insight as to why Micron fell. Okay, this literally means nothing. Noting that checks indicate a strong price momentum. Dude, what a garbage article. It didn't tell me any information. All right, let's check maybe here. Some of the companies that drove this rally are expected to continue this path: Apple, Shop, and Micron. Okay, that didn't give me any information. Dude, why is there no information as to why Micron is down? Let's check here maybe. Let's check if there's any information here. MU. No, we're seeing SIA, microchip sales. We're seeing Zacks consensus, Nvidia, Texas Instruments, Micron. Okay. MU through global deals, namely Micron, Crux, blah, 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 has including Dynamics, blah, blah, blah. The company's expected earnings growth rate for the current year is 96%. 96% growth in earnings. The Zacks consensus is Micron carries Zacks ranked number 2. Okay, whatever. You were right about OCGN. I'm staying away from it until further notice. Too much uncertainty. What was that? OCGN. Dude, oh yeah, this thing dumped straight. Yeah, dude, I was telling you, like, nothing that, just spikes out of nowhere is obviously gonna last. This thing is tanking. But yo, anybody in here actually look into Micron? I'm not finding any information on it, and I mean, this thing is looking like it's at a really nice price, considering to where it was beforehand. Obviously, compared to last year, this thing is still pretty overvalued. Although Although compared to like, 2019, 2018, I don't really know what to think. Maybe if Micron falls down to 75 and then we see a little bit fall to like 69, then I think Micron will be a buy. Obviously right now it's probably not a buy, just looking at like its monthly. But you could probably get a bounce here. I mean, it is starting to go up. Oh, market's open. I didn't even notice. But yeah, Micron is pushing here. If honestly, you could probably scalp Micron. Maybe ride this thing like a percent or two up to like $81 maybe. And then if $81 breaks, you could probably ride this thing up to like 83. So it could be a buy. Could be, but probably not for me. Maybe if you're like a day trader. Is Roblox a buy? I am genuinely like in shock or in awe as to how Roblox managed to finesse everyone and rise up to $105 before falling back to 91. I mean, it's got to be the Kathy Woods effect, right? Kathy Woods literally solely pushed this company from the lows of $63 $63, pushed it almost 100% all the way up to $103, and then watched it fall right back down to the 90s. Alright, we've got Geo falling right back down to 7.94. We've got Bitcoin up a bit. Wow, Bitcoin is literally holding. Whoa, Bitcoin's actually back in the wedge. Oh my god. Wait, what? Dude, it literally. That's insane. So we had that big dump, I think, from China news. And we pushed right back into the triangle. And then we fell back down, literally hit the line. Then we went up, hit the line again. And we're just squeezing super tightly here. I didn't actually expect that to happen. I thought once this triangle broke, like that was it. We were going down, but we literally bounced right back into it. That's how you know triangles work, boys. For the most part, triangles work. Like Bitcoin literally bounced right back in here. So will we see it trade for like another, let's say like 3 days or so in this little triangle before either pushing out or breaking down? That would be cool. That would be a sign that obviously my triangles work. That'd be nice to see. Let's go ahead and look at like some other stuff. We've got GBP/USD falling back down. Kind of unfortunate. We've got VU not doing too much. Okay, let's go to the 5-minute chart and see if we've got anything happening over here. So SPY started pushing in the pre-market. We're up about 1/3%. And then obviously that can hold. Is VU, QQQ, SPY a buy? I'd say they are, yeah. SPY is a buy because SPY is like at all-time. It is at all-time highs, but it is not like pushing all-time highs, right? It's just kind of stagnant around this area. So I actually don't think it's like that bad of a buy here. I think if you do buy here, obviously if we have a crash, it's not gonna be bad. If I got like 50K to invest in, what should I put in? Wait, did we just break new all-time highs on SPY? We're about to. Wow, we're actually about to break new all-time highs. If I got like 50K to invest, what should I put it in for the next 30 days? I would literally just put it in QQQ and VU. I mean, that's like literally all you need to own in life, right? I mean, Fit says it, Schlatt says it, everyone says it. All you need to do is literally put your money into a solid index fund like VU, SPY, Q, and then you're literally good to go. And you probably can just watch it go. Should I wait for a slight dump? I think you should. Especially because we're like squeezing here. There's really no harm, especially if we see the Fed stop, dumping all of their money into the market. I mean, we could see a dump. Like, I don't know how much, but we could see one. And it's not like, you're like 60 years old and you really need to start investing your money. Like, you're young. You could wait a bit, right? You could wait and actually see if you can get a really, really good average on those shares, because we had the coronavirus dump, obviously, and then we kind of just always have these little micro dumps. Here, let's draw some regression real quick. Let's draw some regression and then see kind of where we are at right now. Okay, so on the 4-hour, we've been following these red and blue lines pretty much religiously throughout the entire time. And then let's go here and see right now we are at the red, it looks like we're starting to break out. Now, if we break out, we'll probably go up to like 440. Look at this dude. What's up, Davin? Yeah, we could probably start pushing up to the 440-ish area. But I would like to see this thing break down, man, and just to see us fall to like 410, 412. I mean, it's not really that big of a fall, obviously, from where we are now. That's like a 2% fall. What's regression? Regression basically takes the averages of like all the candles, and then comes up with your low average and then like your high average, and it kind of gives you a range of where you either might bounce off of or where you might top off at. I invest, bro. Let's go. So yeah, that's basically what regression is. And on TradingView, they give you this thing called like a regression trend, and it literally just like you just have to drag the top and the bottom as to where you want it to start, and then it'll give you like the whole range. But yeah, we've basically just been following this red line for so long. So ideally, I'd want to see if we start pushing up more, and ride that trend, or fall back down. Why not buy SPY? Well, because it's just following the red line. We don't know if it's gonna push up or fall back down. I'd rather wait for some confirmation. Ooh, Q's pushing too. Great day for tech, I think. We've got Tesla up. Okay, so Tesla is pushing up on the day. Yeah, look at that. We're up to 607. We're a bit lower than yesterday's highs, but we are pushing. And then we've got Ford pushing as well. There's got to be some good news on chips for Ford to be pushing here. We've got AMD up, which is great. We've got Nvidia, which was up in the pre-market, kind of taking a little dump here, falling back down, getting some selling pressure. And then we have obviously AMD pushing. We're up to 0.54% on the day, which is nice. Where's my Palantir at? Okay, Palantir's flat. It looked like it was gonna be up on the day, but Palantir's actually red now, which is kind of unfortunate. See if there's any new news on Yahoo Finance. That is interesting. Amazon employees complaint letter is also a roadmap for reopening offices. Oh, that's Apple. Sorry. Yeah, no crazy news right now. How much you have in your 401k? Kramer's Mad Money recap. Amazon's landlord doubles down on vast e-commerce warehouse. Yeah, nothing really important going on. If you had 100k to invest in next month, what would you put it in next month? If I had 100 grand to invest, what would I put it in next month? Here, let's look at some charts actually. So, are you talking about being safe, McYum, or would you? Wow, wait, this is all-time high. Yo, boys, new SPY all-time high. Let's go. Yeah, we're at a new all-time high. Okay. Yeah, are you saying would it be something like risky to like make a lot of money, or would it just be like, okay, I have 100,000, I want to leave it in there for the rest of my life, and then like retire? Because if there's obviously like two separate answers, right? If I have 100k, I don't care about really losing it, and I wanna try and have it make as much money as possible. Damn, new SPY highs. That's awesome. Now is Q gonna hit new highs? Maybe in like the next couple days or so it might. That's dope. New all-time highs. 100k, so fairly safe. Wait, so do you day trade? Not really. Sometimes I'll swing trade. Sometimes, like if we have a massive drop, I'd probably pick something up. But usually I don't really day trade anymore. Day trading usually results in more losses long term than long term investing. So I prefer to stick with the method that like actually works. You know what I really like, McYum? I like Pen. If I was to put it in here, I'd probably put it in either Pen. Pen is a great stock because it's like a gambling thing, and as things start to open up and like, you know, sports betting comes back online, I think Pen could be a really big winner. I like Palantir. I've got a lot in Palantir. I think Palantir could be a big winner. Not really big, but like you could easily make 20-30% on it. I wouldn't put any money in Tesla anytime soon. Probably AMD, honestly. AMD is really great, and also LRCX. This is also a good one. LRCX, that's another chip maker. Do you have any dividends? No, I don't believe in dividends. Dividends are for people that are like, 70 years old. They don't really care about becoming wealthy. They just care about like surviving, obviously. The thing with dividends is that they're just meant to keep you alive by putting cash in your pocket like basically every month to survive. And with dividends, you also get taxed on them pretty heavily. Like dividend taxes are extremely high, and most of the time dividend stocks usually fall, like the ones that actually pay good dividends, not like 2 to 3 to 4%. And you also need like a crap load of money to actually really make anything out of dividends. So I thought about making a video about like why dividend investing sucks, and why most dividend investors eventually like realize that it's stupid and change their mind. But yeah, I'm not a dividend investor, and I probably won't be. ACLS was also a good one. I forgot to tell you that one, McYum. ACLS I feel like is also a pretty decent one. It has ran up quite a bit, so I wouldn't really put much into it, but it can run a bit. No money in Roblox, that's for sure. What else we got? Zero is also one that I think genuinely can run. Obviously it's just taking its sweet time. What would you invest in to double money in the next 3 to 5 years? I'd probably put money in Zero then. I think Zero is such a great growing company. Like, look at this. Zero. 3 stocks to avoid. Reports Q and loss, tops revenue estimates. Alright, well, Yahoo Finance doesn't like Zero, but I like Zero. I think Zero could do well. Eli Lilly. This company has just been running like crazy. Shopify seems to be slowing down a bit. I wouldn't put anything in there. It really just becomes like what your goal is, because obviously AMD has been really flat for the past year, right? We both know that AMD is going to continue growing. People are just not going to stop using AMD because there's no one else really to use other than Nvidia, and even then AMD is obviously improving their tech like pretty significantly. So I'd probably just go in with a bunch of chip makers, dude. I'd go in pretty heavy in AMD and Nvidia, because these ones that, oh wow, look at this, it literally followed the regression basically perfectly. It like hit the blue and then it fell after breaking out. But yeah, it'd probably just be chip makers. So your AMD, your Nvidia, your LRCX. I mean, that's really all you would need. You can even put some money in Palantir, see how that goes up. Although, because they're getting a ton of contracts. I think every day when I wake up and like look at Yahoo Finance, I see Palantir getting a bunch of new government contracts. I would stay away from memes like GME, AMC. Stay away from those. And then, honestly, if you want to play risky, you could put money in Amazon. Because once again, Amazon has been flat for the last almost a year. And when Amazon runs, it runs like crazy. Like, look, for example, if we were to just kind of go back here, we had another point where Amazon was flat for about a year and a half, right? Amazon was basically flat here and sticking around the $1,800 mark. And then when it ran, it basically ran 100%. Now, I don't know if Amazon will run 100% again, because they invest so much money into infrastructure for the company. But Amazon could see a really large run. I don't know when, but when it does, it'll probably run to like $5,000 easily. Or if they announce like a stock split, we could see another run to like 5,000. and then have that thing split as well. But yeah. Oh no, is SPY still at all-time highs? I think it is. It's struggling though. It hit that new all-time high, bing, and then it started falling, but hopefully it holds up, man. Hopefully SPY holds up. Let's see how the SPY is looking in the actual portfolio now. Let's see. Okay, let's look at the portfolio real quick. So we're up on the day, which is nice. We're down on our DraftKings. We're down on our Palantir. Dude, why is Palantir down today? It's literally down like 0.5%. That was COVID though. 2018 was not COVID. Do you know anything about corrections? I bought a lot of stocks in February, too high before March, and ended up being down tremendously. Well, I mean, what do you mean know about corrections? Usually that's why you keep a lot of money in your... that's why you keep a lot of cash ready to go. During corrections, you want to make sure that you have cash, like, literally ready to buy opportunities. I don't know. I think I said this. I think I told you this, Animal. But during corrections, the best things to buy are probably things like your TQQQs, because during the correction, you know, you could have literally made a monster bag off of this thing. Like, obviously this is a triple leveraged ETF against QQQ, so against the Nasdaq. I started with in January with $150, so I didn't have much to work with. Oh, well, yeah, then you were probably just kind of, like, naive in the market. Like, you didn't really think it would fall, like, super hard like we did with Corona. Like, when corrections happen or how often a year they can happen. Corrections can happen anytime and probably without, like, any major reason. Obviously, there is sometimes a major reason, but you can't predict a crash. Obviously, when you saw Corona starting to happen and it started to get worse, you could have probably sold a bit, but... I just don't really think there's a way to really predict a big crash, like accurately predicted on a timetable basis, because I think whenever the Fed stops pushing a ton of money into the market, they begin like tapering bond purchases and stock purchases, we could see a pretty decent fall. But am I gonna tell you like an exact date or year when I think that's gonna happen? Probably not, because I just don't know. I don't have that type of like ability or power to really see that. But I know that when it does happen and the market does fall, I'm gonna be picking up some TQQQ, because you know, this thing went up 200% back to where it was before, and now it is up 500%. So whatever happens, I'm gonna be putting money into triple leveraged ETFs. Thoughts on Candy Technologies? What is that? No way that's real. Oh my god, that's real. KNDI. The hell is this? Yeah, I would avoid this at all costs. This thing has literally not moved. Oh my god. This thing has not moved since 2007, and we've probably literally had like, how many years is that? 14 years or no, like 12 years or something, or 11 years. I don't know how many years of inflation. Yeah, this thing is complete garbage. What is this? Earnings coming up in the future, and this company just loses money, dude. Minus 300%. They beat there. Yeah, this company is complete garbage. 51.99 next resistance level for AMC today. Let's see. Well, we could kind of say 52 bucks, because that's where we bounced off yesterday. 3 times actually. So we got once over here, took a little fall, we bounced back there, and then at the end of the day we kind of bounced at 51.99, 52 bucks. And then right now we're kind of struggling to hold this $50.80 mark. I mean, it is just falling with GME, really. Thoughts on Mara? I think if BTC continues its movement downward, I don't see how Mara really survives. Because they're a Bitcoin miner, obviously, right? So they're gonna follow the Bitcoin chart relatively evenly. Like, let's see if there's any good news on Mara recently. Marathon Digital Holdings, blah blah. Is Mara stock a buy amid Bitcoin swings? Here's what earnings, blah blah blah. Yeah, I think if we see Bitcoin kind of push up, Mara can push up. But if Bitcoin continues to either trade sideways or trade on the downside, Mara will probably trend down. Especially if mining becomes unprofitable, that's not good. Especially also with the breach of like Bitcoin. Virgin Galactic. What is that? Space, right? SPCE. Wow, Space is really pumped. But Space is also at resistance. Over here, it fell. I wouldn't really touch it. I consider Virgin Galactic a meme stock. I wouldn't touch it personally. It's probably pumping because of Bezos, right? Actually, no. That's probably why it fell. Because Bezos was probably like 2 days ago. How Bezos is going into space with his brother. So many people like literally want the jet to crash. It's crazy. And then yeah, another great day for Tesla. Up 1.8%. So that's going. AMD also up 1%, and then Palantir, where did it even go? Palantir's flat, unfortunate. Sunworks, what is Sunworks? I know Skyworks. I've actually never heard of this. Let's check out the chart though. Wow, that was a really sick pump. This is probably another meme stock, right? SunW, what do they do? SunW. Okay, SunW. Renewable energy. Oh, are they a solar panel company? Let's look at their financials. Okay, so revenue was 31 million. So their revenue is falling. Wow, their revenue is dying. No, this company's dead, dude. Look, 77 million. Then it fell to 70 million. Then it fell to 59 million. And then this year it's 31 million. Their cost revenue is going down. Their gross profit is also going down. So they're not doing well at all. Operating expenses are going up. Net income is clearly falling. Expenses went down a bit. That's not bad. But I mean, this is just a horrible company. This is horrible. Like, everything about this company is bad. I don't understand. Let's look at their balance sheet. I guess their assets are going up a bit, but let's see. Total cap. I mean, yeah, this is making. I'd stay very far away from this company because it is horrible. They are literally becoming worse. How does that even happen? Nike. Take a look at Nike. Wow, Nike is completely pushed. I was a bad investor. Did you buy this, McM? Please tell me you didn't buy this. Because you could have done like a lot of research and I mean, this is pretty basic research to see that their revenue and stuff is completely falling over the years. I mean, wait, let me go back. SunW. Yeah, I mean, this was completely just pushed up. This is probably a short squeeze. This is definitely a short squeeze because this was in January. Yeah, dude, this company was so bad that it was getting squeezed all the way to the ground. And that's literally like GME probably literally saved this company or saved all of its investors. Yeah. All right, let's go back to Nike though. NKE. Whoops, I do not need hotspot shield here. Uh-oh. Wait, cancel. I don't need to be on a VPN right now. I'm not on stake.com. Nike. Okay, let's take a look at the Nike chart. Nike's pushing up, dude. Whoa, Nike is just... Has Nike outperformed SPY? Wait, what? Dude, it looks like Nike has outperformed SPY in the last 20 years. I might have like put a decent amount in it. Ah, rip. Dude, in the last like decade or 2 decades, Nike is up to 1,300%. That's actually kind of cracked. Nike just keeps pushing. However, it seems to have pretty strong resistances. Obviously, over here, it was at all-time highs, but it seems to be kind of trending a little bit more on the downside. Like, you see how it's going like up and around. We might see this thing fall back down. Yeah, because this is just an extreme huge run up, and it'll probably fall back down. Let's take a look at its like Yahoo Finance and its balance sheet. I know Nike's a great company. How does AHD look? Let's take a look at AHD. That doesn't even pop up. AHD is not a ticker, bro. Sorry. But yeah, let's take a look at like Nike's financials. So, I mean, Nike's revenue kind of staying the same. 36 million, 39 million, 37 million, 38 million. Gross profit is actually down from 2019. I guess they are still recovering a bit from Corona. Yeah, I think Nike actually corrects down because their revenue isn't like obviously growing insanely, right? Yeah, I can see Nike falling back down. Or AHT, sorry. AHT. Ashford Hospitality Trust. Is this oh, this is like a meme probably, penny stock, right? AHT. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this personally because it is down bad. It is down bad. But let's take a look at like the 30 minutes, see if it could start pushing back up maybe. Yeah, there's just not really much I could say about this. It looks like obviously it wants to run, but keep in mind this was like 2021. I want to see what they do though. AHT. There's probably a REIT, right? Real Estate Investment Trust. Ashford Trust present at the REIT week. Yeah, literally, dude. I told you it's an REIT. Let's see. Okay. Let's go to the financials. Let's take a look. Oof. Now that's why they fell. They were making 1.4 billion, then 1.5 billion, then 500 million, now 300 million. True to money. And their expenses. Yeah. Wow. These guys are losing a ton of money. I'm gonna be honest with you though. If you buy this thing, and wait, this thing was $1. Wow, this thing was $1 and it fell. Some stocks are all falling at the same time. Are they though? Dude, look, this thing is up 295% from its lows. If you would have gone into this into May, you would have been a really happy dude. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, this thing could genuinely rise up to like $20 in the next like 3 years. Obviously, if the company is able to like get loans for all of the properties that they own, and the real estate market somehow like doesn't just die, genuinely this thing could run up. But it's something similar to like IVR, where you see how IVR just completely fell and just has not recovered. I think if somehow IVR and AHT, the one that you're saying, is able to like I guess find some money and have the real estate really be in their favor, they could come back up to highs, which is unfortunate because REITs are really dependent on mortgage rates. I mean, what stocks are falling though, Animal? I don't really see anything. Whoa, look at this. You've got triangles on SPY. Let's delete that, and then let's oh yeah, look at this one, dude. Compared to 2013, we are still so super extended. Look at this. We can continue trading in the blue, then the red, then blue, red. We hit the blue, of course, then we crash. We hit the blue again, we fall back down, and now we are just super overextended. Can you believe that? That's nuts. Honestly, will we see a fall back down to 370? I mean, that's like the big crash that I'm expecting. Do I know when it's gonna happen though? Nope. Is Neo a sell? Sorry. I don't know. Neo's great in China. I don't know anything about it in the US though. So it's a Chinese company. I don't invest in Chinese companies. Except for Baba. And even Baba has obviously not performed very well for these last couple days. PayPal I think is strong. It hasn't really moved much since the beginning of the year though. It had that pretty big run in February when tech ran to 308. Kind of sitting at 267. PayPal's revenues I think are always been good. PYPL. I think PayPal's always had really good fundamentals on it. Yeah, I mean PayPal's a money printer, dude, because they literally scam they literally scam everyone. 15 million, 17 million, 21 million, and then 22.8 million. Yeah, PayPal's a great company. And they don't really have any competition either. They have like Square maybe, but I think PayPal bought Square. I don't know if that's correct. I don't think they actually bought them. I think I was just capping. But yeah, their main competition probably like Square. Is 3x leverage QQQ ever a good idea? You mean TQQQ? Yeah, this is a great idea during a market crash, and that is the only time it is a great idea. It is the only time it's a good idea, because if we have a 10% like flash crash or some sort of crash on the market, you'll literally be down like 30, 40, 50% on these because they're leveraged. But like I was telling Animal earlier, if you bought this on the coronavirus crash, or not even, let's say you didn't even buy the bottom, let's say you literally bought it when it was up another 100% and held to now, you'd be up, 2.25%, which is great. And let's say you bought it during the February crash and held till now, you'd be up 41%. So this is really something that you save to buy during a time of panic, when things are down and people are saying it's just gonna keep falling. Like that's usually when you buy these things. BRB, all right. Yeah, so usually you wait till a market crash, and that's when you buy TQQQ. Same thing with SOXL, dude. SOXL, man, this was one of the biggest gainers in the entire stock market. Look at this, dude. So it might not look like much, but I mean, this is literally going down into negatives. This thing was at $3.60, and now it is up 985%. SOXL, which is nuts. It's a semiconductor. And to be honest, I could genuinely see SOXL at like 60 bucks next year. So another 50% gain on it. But I would rather invest in like the actual chips themselves than the SOXL. I would probably get onto this in like maybe a big dip or something. Tesla's still going up. It's up 2% today. Like I said earlier, big kind of push up day for Tesla, which is nice. We've got AMD also up 1%. We've got Nvidia recovering from its lows, and now that's going back up. Palantir still red, which is unfortunate. AMC went green. Jimmy kind of wanted to recover, but it's still obviously stuck on where it was before. And then wow, GBP USD just continues pushing. I was supposed to get into this, I just didn't for some reason. Yeah, great day for basically every stock, I think, except Roblox. Roblox is dead, and I guess Geo is also kind of dead now. But yeah, massive runs in the market, dude. Even I guess we could even say it's led by the we could say it's led by some of the meme stocks really selling off. And you would think with kind of not so great CPI data, everything would have fallen, but no, it just held up. But anyway, it's 10 a.m. right now. We're basically an hour in, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and end here because I do have some like work to do. I don't know if I'll stream at the end of the day. Maybe. We'll have to see how that goes, how the market is, but probably not. I don't know, I like the morning streams better. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the morning stream. If you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. So good luck in the markets, and I have a course to buy, so just freaking subscribe. All right, peace out.